Hey everybody, it's Sue from Ravens Escape Crafts. Welcome or welcome back, or welcome if you've never been here before, and welcome back if you have. Um, it's probably not gonna be the longest video, but I wanted to make a video because I haven't made one like all week. Oh my god, it's just been crazy. And I don't really have much to show. I have my crocheting. I have not gotten as much done as I want to. I have been trying. Okay, but everything's been crazy. I'll give you a couple updates and stuff like that. But um yeah, I just wanted to pop on here since I haven't made a video all week. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. So I was hoping to be able to make like a Black Friday video and like with all the awesome sales, but unfortunately, I mean there wasn't. I looked I think the best one was Your Inspirations and they did like 40% off, but Michael's buy two get one free. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Who else did? And I'm trying to think, even like Premiere, was it that just had like 15% off their whole site? They were terrible Black Friday sales this year. Even like other stuff I was shopping for other things and I just didn't find a whole lot. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, so I just did not find everything that, I was hoping like to come on here and be like, oh my God, grab this, but I searched and searched Friday, yesterday, even like the cyber sales, just nothing like wow, I really sort of disappointing this year. I didn't find a whole lot. Let me know if you guys did. I've just been a little bit crazy. I have my new helper's been coming every day, so like during the day I can't really make videos while she's here. I mean, I guess I could, but like it's kind of awkward to make videos while somebody's walking around your house. So I haven't really been able to do that. Like I said, crocheting. I've been trying, but like, of course, we're like trying to decorate for Christmas. I'm trying to shop for Christmas. You guys are falling. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to decorate for Christmas, trying to get ready for Christmas. I'm working on my Christmas cards. I love doing Christmas cards. If you don't know me, I actually I don't know what it is about getting Christmas cards and sending Christmas cards. I just love it. And I don't really care if I get one back from the people I send to. I just love sending them out. Just that little piece of like love I send it out in the universe, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I've been writing out my Christmas cards. I've been addressing them and stuff. Hold on, let me see if I can do this without moving you too much. Yeah, so I wrote all the envelopes out and I just got to write the cards out. There's a couple here. Just a few. Just a few. So I wrote the cards. I want to show anybody's, but wrote them and addressed them and stuff. Oh, that's not even all of them. Hold on. And then there's these. These I can tell the name. These are all the ones that get handed out locally that I don't have to put addresses on, just names, first names. So, and then these are all the mailed ones. So so what happened was I used to send just to family and friends. And I still send to family and friends. But, I don't know about you guys, but over the years, let's just say, first of all, I go through my address list every year and I have to cross people off just because we're not around anymore, which is always depressing. That's always sad. Every year I'm at an age where it seems like every year I'm crossing more and more people off, and that's depressing, And then a lot of, things happen, relationships with different family members and things like that, and friends, and they get crossed off the list. You know, and then of course there's, I do add to the list every year, family and friends, I think, but I also get rid of people every year, unfortunately. And then there's people that And a lot of I guess the harder part for me is a lot of the family and friends that I send to. And again, I don't expect cards back. I don't expect it at all. I know a lot of people don't write them out. I know it gets expensive buying cards, buying stamps. Stamps gets, um, and not everybody has that kind of time, kind of money, and not everybody wants to do it. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But the hard part for me was like, I used to send out about 50 cards to family and friends and get like 12 back. And again, like I said, I don't expect it, but like getting some back is kind of nice. You know what I mean? And there are a few people that I get messages from, like text messages or Facebook messengers, like saying, oh, thank you so much for the card. And that makes me happy too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, like I said, I'm not completely selfless. I kind of hope, somebody says something, because to me, like, I'm reaching out as a holiday thought. And again, if you don't write cards out, I totally get that. But like, it's nice to hear from other people too. It's nice to like not feel like it went. I don't want to say this the wrong way, because I don't want to sound like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's like, again, I don't do it to get a card back, but I do it because I want to spread a little bit of like, I'm thinking about you. I care. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about you this holiday season. Like there's a perfect example. There's a girl, I worked with her. Oh my God. Oh, so many years ago now. You think I started there when I was 19. I left there 5 years later, so I was 24. So now I'm 48. Now she left before I did, because when she had her first baby, she left and didn't come back. So I haven't worked there 48, 24 to 34, 34 to 44. So I haven't worked there in 24 years. So I probably haven't worked with her for like 26 years. But every year, like, we were really good friends when we worked together. We had so much fun. Chris and I, oh my God. She's right around my age. She started having kids a lot earlier than I did though. And, but she was ready. Like, she wanted kids, you know what I mean? And so, and her husband is older than her, so he was more than ready to have kids at that point too. So, and she had she's 5 kids, great mom, stay at home mom, loves being a mom, like loves every part about it. God bless. And so of course, like, what happened was, she had kids, like, we didn't get together so much, and then life, we just never found the time to like actually meet up in person. But every year I send her a Christmas card, and I'm like, okay, this is what happens this past year, blah, blah, blah. And she says, we went back, this is what happened to me this year. And we keep up. We keep in touch. You know what I mean? And it's such a simple thing. And it's not even like, some years it's a long note. Some years it's like this. Okay, And it's like, I feel like it's something we've lost along the way. Sometimes you can have a relationship with somebody and it doesn't have to be complicated. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no pressure on our relationship. Like, we used to talk on the phone on occasion, but like, again, like, she got really busy. She had 5 kids. There wasn't time to sit and talk to me for an hour on the phone. And we're the kind of people who, once we got on the phone, 2 hours later, we're like, oh crap, we've been on the phone for 2 hours. So, we started writing these Christmas cards. And I could probably sit down with her today and we would like laugh like we did 20 some years ago. I bet you. Because it's just an easy relationship. Like, I don't expect any more than this. You know what I mean? I don't expect anything more from her than hopefully a Christmas card every year. It's like, and I look forward to it, because I look forward to catching up with her life, even though I don't get to see her or like even really talk to her. So I feel like it's something, we're in this like fast paced everything world all the time. And like, just the simple act of like sitting down and handwriting out a Christmas card, it just slows me down and puts that Christmas joy in my heart. And I love writing a personal note to each person in their card. You know, some people I write more than others. You know, sometimes it's like, oh, hey, you know, I hope you have a great Christmas. And I hope you have a happy New Year. You know, other people I want to like send a little message to if I know like they've been going through something or whatever. But no matter what, you know, I feel like I'm putting just that little bit of love out to that person. And I hope they feel that. That is why I really like writing out Christmas cards. You know, I feel like it's more personal than like a text message or messenger or IM, you know what I mean? Whatever. Or DM, whatever. I'm sorry. IM. Oh my God. I'm so old. Don't hate me. A DM. IM was AOL. So delete that part. Oh. So like a DM or, you know what I mean? It just feels like a little more personal getting something in the mail to me. And again, if it's not something, I'm not trying to say people should do it. I'm just telling you why I like to do it. What I get out of it. It's not completely selfless. It's certainly not. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy writing them out. I enjoy I write, like how often do I get to sit? This is one of my kids' teachers. How often do you get to write in cursive? I love to write in cursive. I don't get to write in cursive enough. So I write things in cursive. I know some of the kids can't read it. So, like, I'm careful. Like, this is my son's friend. I'm going to handwrite the inside in regular, not cursive, because he'll be like, huh? Even some of my husband's coworkers are like, huh? So, I'm careful with that. But, so, like I said, this is not going to be a crochet video so much because, again, like, I finished my sweater, but I put it away. I made a hat, but that was for a custom order. And that's all the crochet I've got done all week. I had doctor's appointments. I've been making appointments. I got test results from my CAT scan, and now I have to go see a surgeon. I don't want to. So tomorrow I have to have blood work done, and then Friday I have to go see a surgeon, and then next week I have 2 doctor's appointments in one day. I don't like it. I have wound care and a yearly physical between 8 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock, and well, one's at 8:30 and the next one's at 10 o'clock. Go right from one to the other. So, yeah. So, feel for me. But yeah, tomorrow I have to have fasting blood work done in the morning. So hopefully the weather holds up because we got a little bit of snow today. Not much, and I think it's pretty much gone because it's up to like 42 degrees, but it's supposed to go down to 29 tonight, and I'm hoping things dry off so it's not icy in the morning because let me tell you, walking with a walker, and I can barely walk. I am terrified of trying to walk on ice. I'm like, at least my husband, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do if it's snowy or icy. And then Tuesday we're supposed to get more weather. At least I don't have an appointment till Friday, so hopefully things are cleared up by then because I'm like, I can't walk out there in the snow. I can barely walk so as it is. You know, I can barely get up and down the stairs, let alone navigate on slippery. I'm going to freaking break something. So, I think, ass over tea kettle situation. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, I mean, but the girl that is helping me now, my new helper, she is amazing. She's really good. She's been doing so much. So that's been going well for me. We'll call her M. She's amazing. She really is. She's been here was a week on Wednesday, and been here every day. She's like I said, I don't have permission to give her name on the internet, so I'm just gonna call her M. She is like so good. Like she comes in, she helps out so much. And she's super nice. We sit and chat, you know what I mean? But she does like so much stuff helping me out around here. It's like, oh my God, it's amazeballs. So that has made life so much easier for Todd, for me, for everybody, not having to like rush around every day trying to get stuff done. Because she handles so much stuff. Is chef's kiss. She even came over on Thanksgiving and helped us out, you know, getting some stuff together for food and cleaning up and doing some laundry, last minute laundry and stuff like that. She really is just awesome sauce. So at least that's done. But then trying to deal with all kind of other doctor appointments and bills and not bills but billing for like is a pain in the butt is what it is. Let me tell you, like trying to oh, this got submitted but got submitted to the insurance wrong, so now I gotta call and try to get them to resubmit, and oh my god, because the stuff's supposed to be covered, and then trying to get a hold of this, getting forms in the mail and they don't make any sense, and then I call the number on them like, if you have any questions, feel free to call us. Yeah, I called the one place I had to call. I called 4 times in 2 weeks. I mean, I gave them plenty of time to call me back in between. It's not like I'm not that kind of person. I called 4 times in 2 weeks. It said I had 10 days to fill this form out. So I did not understand because it doesn't make any sense what it was for. It really didn't. And I've filled out thousands of forms. I mean, I worked at a car dealer in accounting and stuff, and we had to fill out every kind of form. I mean, I did accounts payable, accounts receivable. I did billing. I did financial statements. I mean, I filled out so much state paperwork and so many things. I was the backup payroll person, so I learned how to do all of the paperwork involved with onboarding people and offloading people. Oh my god. I learned all of like how to submit all those taxes that get taken out of your paycheck. I had to learn all that stuff. I know how to fill a form out, okay? I also had to do our taxes for the end of the year for the dealerships, you know what I mean? I had to fill all those out. I had to fill out vendor forms. I had to fill out, you name it. I did it. So I'm not stupid when it comes to filling out, especially like state forms and stuff like that. I'm not. I've done so many. Plus we did like all these, I worked at a car dealer, so we dealt with all those things that you guys like have maybe seen, maybe not seen, for like registering cars, insuring things. You name it, we did it, I've seen so many forms in my lifetime. And this one that they sent to me, it did not make sense. I went online. I read the instructions online that were provided. I read the instructions that came with the form. I even called up and got the automated instructions. They still didn't pertain to my situation, so I wasn't sure why I was getting the form. So they like say, oh, call this 1-800 number if you have any questions. So I call, right? And you get this automated thing. Oh, well, now you got to put in your information, your whatever, member number, blah, blah, blah. Okay, put that in. You get a recording. We don't answer. Basically what it said was, we don't answer this phone. Leave a message and we'll get back to you. Okay, no problem. Left a message with my cell phone number, with my case number, whatever it's called, member number, case number, blah, 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 account number. I don't know. Who knows? From the top, I read all the numbers off from the form. I have a question. I just don't understand why, I got this form and how I'm supposed to fill it out since it doesn't actually pertain to my situation. I only have 10 days to fill this out. If you could call me back, just let me know. No answer. Gave them a few days, called back. Maybe they couldn't understand my cell phone number. Maybe I didn't leave I couldn't understand. I thought, who knows? Call back again. 4 times I did this. Never once got a phone call back. In fact, that was 4 weeks ago. I still haven't gotten a phone call back. I even tried emailing them. Not a word. So I took the form. I wrote on the top, called this date, this date, this date, this date, no answer. I don't understand how to fill this form out. I don't understand how it pertains to me, and I send it back to them. You know what I mean? It was just a weird. So now I still haven't heard anything. And it's been like a week since I sent that back, so I don't know. That's the stuff. And like I said, like billing stuff with this insurance, and then like, oh my God, and then like trying to get prescription things for care stuff. Oh my God. Like, they order it, okay? So they call me up. Well, okay, let me start from scratch. So I'm supposed to get these supplies through the insurance, okay? So they told me, like, when I first onboarded with this insurance, they were like, oh, we can get you X amount of supplies to help you out. Okay, perfect. The insurance was the ones that told me I could get the supplies. I said, I don't necessarily need the supplies. She said to me, no. You're entitled to them through this program. We will order them and you can get them for free. Take them. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't say no. Take them. I'm like, all right, fine. You know, the nightmare with this is like so freaking difficult. So they call up from the supply place. Okay, we got to order. How much supplies do you need? So we go through the whole checklist. Okay, perfect. Done. Okay, well, we're going to send this over to your doctor. Well, then I get a call from the doctor. Well, why do you need these supplies? I'm like, look, you know. So you didn't tell me you were having these problems. I'm like, well, I'm not so much, but okay. Let's just be honest. What? It's for incontinence, okay? Let's talk about it, because why? Let's not be embarrassed by it. So the truth of the matter is, I don't really have incontinence. Like, it's not that I have incontinence. However, my feet really hurt. Like, bad. Okay? I don't like to get up on them because they hurt so much. So I'm not like in a rush to go to the bathroom. Do you know what I'm saying? So like sometimes I wait a while to go because I don't want to stand on these feet because they hurt. And sometimes to wait a little long, if you know, to catch my drift. You know. And, you know, there's also, I'm at an age where I could sneeze. You know. So, they were telling me technically that's incontinence. I'm like, well, it's not like I can't hold it, because I can hold it. You better bet I can hold it for a while. Wait, yeah, I overestimate how long though sometimes. So they're like, well, technically that's incontinence. You should get incontinence supplies. So then my family doctor calls and she says to me, well, you didn't tell me you're incontinent. And I'm like, well, I'm not. I don't have trouble holding it. I have trouble walking to the bathroom. And of course, my feet really hurt, so I'm not fast. And if I wait too long, now I have to shuffle in there. It takes a minute. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, so it's not an incontinence problem, it's an ambulatory problem. I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay, but it's still technically an incontinence problem. I'm like, okay, I get what you're saying. She's like, yeah, I'm fine with that. So she puts a prescription in, right? I get a call back from the company, the med supply company. Well, we don't consider this an incontinence problem. I'm like, okay, your doctor's going to have to resubmit this. I'm like, okay. Tell her just to submit it as an incontinence problem, not an ambulatory problem. I'm like, well, I don't know that she's going to do that. They're like, well, she has to do that or we're not going to give you the supplies. I said, how about we just forget about it? I don't need these supplies. Like, it's not that often. And as my feet have started to get a little bit better, it's not nearly as often because A, I don't wait quite as long because it's not quite as painful. You know what I mean? It still sucks to get up and walk on them, but it's not like, oh God, I can't do it. You know what I mean? It used to be like dread, like absolute dread. Now it's like, I don't wanna because they hurt, you know? But it used to be like, oh God, it hurts so bad. I don't, you know, and of course, the other thing is now they're starting to get better. I do have more than one speed. I can shuffle quicker if I need to. It's not fast. It's not even remotely fast, but it's faster than it used to be. You know what I'm saying? I can scooch a little quicker if things are more urgent, let's say, where that was not always the case. So it's not nearly as big of a problem as it had been. You know what I mean? So I'm like, well, just forget about it. I'm fine. I don't really need them. To be honest, I was more going to use them for like period stuff with perimenopause. I have a lot more problems with that than this, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, let's go and I'm like, whatever. It's fine. I don't necessarily need them. Oh no, you should be getting them. You tell your doctor. So then I get a call from the doctor. Well, they're saying this, I need to say it's incontinence, but I'm not going to lie and say it's incontinence. I'm not lying because you don't have incontinence. She's like, it's an ambulatory problem. I'm like, look, it doesn't matter. She's like, well, I'm going to try again and I'm going to call them. And I'm like, it's not that big a deal. She's like, no, you should get your supplies. And I'm going to, they called me on Thanksgiving from the medical supply place. You need to speak with your doctor. Oh, yeah, I'm sure she's in today. Why are you calling me on Thanksgiving? Well, she put it in as an ambulatory problem again, and we're not going to accept that as a valid excuse. Then don't send me the supplies. It's fine. Why are you calling me on Thanksgiving Day? Well, I'm trying to do stuff. Oh, it hurts. I'm just like, okay, just forget it. And then I got a call on Friday from my family doctor. Oh, I guess that they did it. It's fine. Oh my God. Yeah, so dealing with all this stuff. And they call me all the time about these meals that I get, which are disgusting. I mean, they don't sit well in my stomach. They're not very good. I mean, maybe they're okay for somebody else, but they're not. I don't like them. Oh, it's just so much. And then dealing with all this constant doctor appointment. And now, of course, I made an appointment at the wound care, and they were supposed to have changed it at the office. And now I have 2 appointments at the same time on one day, and I have to call and fix one of them. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. So, I don't know. It's driving me absolutely crazy. It really is. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bitch about this stuff. I'm so sorry. We should be talking about yarn and crafting. And does anybody have any good crafts they're working on? Or have you decorated? I know one of my viewers, I won't mention any names, put up the old aluminum Christmas trees. Yeah. She said her dad collected them. And I remember those old aluminum trees. Like, oh my God, I didn't know anybody had them anymore. That they were still around. I remember we had one when I was younger, for a little while, and like I remember her family always having one. Like I said, I won't mention any names, and I won't say who it is, and I won't say why I know that. But I do remember her family putting them up. It's somebody I've known for a very long time. So yeah, so that brought back some nostalgia. The same person also I has one of the leg lamps from A Christmas Story. Oh my God, I love that. I love that. It's hilarious. We don't have anything funky like that. We just have our Christmas tree We put that one up. We have another Star Wars Christmas tree out. We're not going over the top this year just because I can't do stuff. Sucks. Usually I'm the one that does like 90% of the decorating, and yeah. So, Todd put the tree up, and so he put his Star Wars. He does his Star Wars tree, and then he did the regular tree behind me today too. So that was nice. It's nice to have it up. Makes me feel all cozy and happy, and getting in the Christmas spirit. And then writing out my cards, and starting a little Christmas shopping. I don't know if we're gonna get cookies baked this year. I can't do it. I just can't. I can't be out of the kitchen. I can't. But there's always next year, so somebody else will have to bake cookies this year. Well, maybe we'll get a couple kinds done, but I'm certainly not going to try to do the 30 to 40 kinds of cookies I normally do every year. I just can't do it. It's hard saying that. It's hard accepting that you can't do stuff, but there's just certain things I just can't get done, so. All right, so let me know if anybody has any good comments, if anybody found any good yarn sales, if anybody sees anything, please let me know, because I would love to find a good yarn sale. Oh my god. I would love, love, love. Like I said, Yarn Inspirations is the best one I saw. They had 40% off. Now they have 30% off of everything in their shop, in their sale. Herster's has some stuff on sale, but nothing that was like, wow. Premier was very disappointing. Michael's, forget it. I'm trying to think if Lion Brands was, they had certain yarns on sale, but nothing that I was looking for. So, you know what I mean? They had all kind of, it was like certain yarn, but not like all yarn on sale. I like something in my item. I don't know. I keep seeing something. So they just were not great sales either. I don't know. Nobody had like I said, it was weird because like I didn't really get any, I was shopping for, we didn't have too many people to shop for this year, but I was looking for stuff and I wasn't finding good sales on a lot of things. Like usually I find like really good sales. Like the kids are teenagers. Let's just face it. They are at a point where a lot of the stuff they want are like high ticket items. So I hate that they only open like one or two gifts. So I get them clothes. Don't tell them, but I got them clothes again. But usually I get like really good deals on clothes, and at least it's something for them to open, And this year, like they weren't really good at like all the places that I usually shop for them. The clothing sales were terrible. Everything was just not on par. You know what I mean? For sale, like. Usually some like Old Navy or something has like super cheap t-shirts or super cheap sweatshirts or, not everything, but like one item's like really on sale. And then of course I end up buying, so then, what was I saying? Sorry, the thing just flipped over. Oh, so then I'm like, but like they didn't have the greatest sales on that either. Like, ugh, it was driving me nuts. Yeah, like other places that I shop for them, like nobody had like that. Like I said, like usually Old Navy has like $4 t-shirts, and then like I'll get them a whole bunch of like those, and then of course I end up buying like socks and sweats and jeans and all the other stuff to go with it. But like they didn't even have that. I don't know. It was disappointing this year. I was hoping to find some good sales on things. I did get a couple, I got stuff for people, but nothing like, wow, I got such a good deal, There is other stuff I want to talk about, but I think this one's getting we're at 34 minutes. I think I'm going to cut it here. Hopefully, I have time to make a video again this week. No, I shouldn't say time. It's like I said, it's just hard because my helper's here from 8 in the morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then of course, if the kids don't have stuff after school, they're home at 3. So I only have between 2 and 3 to like record and do stuff like that. And then they're home, and of course then it's harder to record because they're like, and then of course next thing you know it's 5 o'clock and Todd's home, and then we're everybody's sitting in the living room here with me, and I can't go anywhere else to record. So Unless you want me to record in the bathroom, but I don't think anybody wants that. So, inevitably, somebody will have to get in there too. So, so I miss you guys. I hopefully will get another video put out soon. I also want to say prayers out to Mama Michaela. If anybody watches her, she is not doing so good in her. She's been doing some videos. She's in the hospital with double pneumonia. And with all her health conditions, I mean, that's not great. And she was saying they found something with her heart. She doesn't know yet until Monday. They're going to do some tests. So prayers for her. And prayers for anybody else out there. I know the holidays can be really hard for people. I know it is a tough time. I think it's a tough time for just about everybody. It's a reminder, you know, of a lot of things. We could talk more about that in another video. But just know, I hope you're okay. If you're not, reach out to someone. You know, send me a comment. I mean, I would gladly talk to anybody if they needed someone to talk to. You know what I mean? I know it's a tough time. I know it's hard for a lot of people. It can just be a hard time for so many different reasons. And then people being joyous and happy doesn't always make it better, make it helpful. I try to find joy in everything. You know, that's not to say I don't have tough times with the holidays myself at times. I combat it by writing Christmas cards, making cookies, and trying to make people smile to help myself. So I hope you're all doing well. If, like I said, if you're not, I send my heart out to you. I hope you're all doing okay. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love spending time with you. I appreciate you listening to my little rants about things. Like I said, there's others that I want to talk about, and hopefully I get this Christmas shawl done that I've been like trying to work on forever, but with this monster load of Christmas cards, I'm not sure when I'm going to get to it again, but because I want to get them out in the mail, because I'm usually done before Thanksgiving with them, and oh my god, I'm so far behind. It's okay, I will get them done. So thank you so much for everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. If you celebrate Christmas and stuff, I hope you're getting your house decorated. I hope you do something that makes you happy right now. Something for yourself. And like I said, if you're having a tough time, reach out to someone. You know what I mean? Whether it's, you know, a hotline, whether it's a friend, a family member. You know, sometimes we need to just bite the bullet and reach out to people. You know, coming on here and like telling you guys personal stuff about me, like, it's tough, but like it does help me. So reach out to someone and tell them if you're struggling, you know, or doctors. Like if you're really struggling, reach out to your doctor, your family doctor. Let them know. Let them help you. Or like I said, a friend, a family member, somebody. Like I said, reach out in my comment section. If I see it, I will definitely get back to you as soon as I can. You know, so I hope you're all doing well. I hope to see you soon again. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I love you all and choose love every day. Thanks, everybody. Bye.